Hey leaders, I'm so excited to share with you about my recent Team Cup experience and how it's really transformed my mentorship. What I'm specifically doing with my emerging leaders to increase momentum so that they're stepping into Star Diamond leadership with me. It was just a couple of months ago when I reached out to my Diamond leaders in preparation for Team Cup and I asked them, who do you want to join your team? I was completely shocked when not just one, but several of my Diamond leaders responded back that they had no one to invite. This was not because they didn't understand the value of Team Cup. It wasn't because Team Cup wasn't a priority to them. It really boiled down to the fact that these Diamond leaders had not yet built a team of their own. As a mentor, this gave me so many questions. Why? Why had they not signed up any other working coaches? Why had they not built their own team? Why were they putting the pieces together but somehow missing connecting the dots to move from Diamond leadership into Star Diamond leadership? As Grant Cardone says in the 10X rule, to take responsibility for your business and what's going on and take control of what's happening in your life. And ask yourself the question, what can I do differently to make sure that this never happens again? That's what I applied to my business after this conversation with my leaders. I realized that there was something that we were missing because these were my emerging leaders building so much momentum, but yet not connecting the dots to get to the next level. They had the vision. They understood that they wanted to build a successful, sustainable business, but they weren't putting the pieces together. So all of these questions led me to come down to the root of the problem, which I believe was one of two things, or maybe in the rare chance, it was both of these things. It's either an emotional, mental roadblock, or it's an organizational roadblock that these leaders were facing, holding them back from stepping into their full potential and into the vision that they had for themselves. So knowing that, I then looked at my business and I asked myself, where can I improve as a mentor? Where can I adjust things, make pivots to be able to increase my impact in their life and help them overcome these roadblocks? What could I as a mentor and as a leader control? And this was such an important question to ask myself because I can't control what they do and how they do things and them showing up, but I could control how I show up. So I applied 6 things to my business and I made 6 adjustments specifically to increase my ability to lead my emerging leaders through the roadblocks and into the visions that they had for themselves. The first thing that I did was really focus on one-on-one time with my emerging leaders. This is a really important aspect for me because I was missing the mark. I didn't understand who had mental, emotional belief roadblocks or who was an organizational roadblock, and there's a difference. Some had the belief, some had the mindset, some had the perfect, leadership mindset, but they were missing out on the organizational aspect. There was something in the vital behaviors that they were doing that was disconnected. There was something in the way they were having conversations or social media, something in the organizational structure of their business that was allowing for these gaps to come through and for them to not reach their full potential. So I had to spend that one-on-one time with my coaches to identify which of these it was or if it was both of them. That would give me the opportunity to prevent and tackle the roadblocks that were ahead of us and be able to empower them instead of say, you need to take more action, you need to do this, you need to do that. I couldn't give them more instruction if I didn't know what the problem was. So that was step number 1, spending more time with my leaders and with my emerging leaders who were showing up, but for whatever reason, the dots were not connecting. The second thing that I did was if I was going to teach these coaches how to build an income, I needed to change the language I was using around the goals that I was asking them to hit. For example, when I would talk about diamond, it was how fast can they go diamond? And diamond is a decision, diamond is a mindset, diamond is in your control. All of those sentences were telling my coaches that this was an individual sport, an individual thing. When the compensation plan and the structure of our business thrives with a team. So I had to change my language and my approach to how I was mentoring these coaches in the conversation of the first leadership steps to diamonds and beyond. And so that was really a big pivot that I made, where I said, it's not just about diamonds. If you're here to build a business, if you're here to build an income, you are here to build a team. So from the beginning with my new coaches, I am now using language like, I am going to mentor you, and we're spending this time, I'm teaching you about branding and social media and the vitals of this business, but who are you going to teach? You need to identify 1 or 2 people who are going to rise with you, that you are going to take what I'm giving you and pouring into you, and you're gonna pour it into them. I wanted them automatically from day 1 thinking about who they could recruit for the business, who they could shape for the business. And so that was a really important component for me, because it was helping my up and coming leaders overcome the roadblock of belief or emotional or mindset, and prevent that from happening in the future, because they weren't just hitting diamond and looking around saying, where are my leaders? They were hitting diamond with leaders that they had already identified. 1 or 2 were going with them. The third thing that I did in my business was really teaching my coaches how to present the business opportunity when they presented the bootcamp information. I think the business opportunity is the full solution. When I heard about that, I said, yes, game on, let's do this. I do want to make an income. I do want to get in shape. All of those things checked a box for me and met needs that I had. So for me, it's really important to educate my coaches on sharing the business opportunity, because that's where they're going to build a team. And I wanted them to create not only Beachbody believers, but you believers, where they had people coming in that believed in them as a leader. So when I was helping them in their language, sharing the bootcamp information, I made sure that they gave each person 2 options for signing up. The first option is the business opportunity option. It's the VIP option. It's the option that says, not only am I going to help you get results and get in shape, but I'm also going to help you learn how to build a business. I'm also going to help you learn how to build a brand, and simply just share your journey and invite people along for the journey. And then the second option is, or you could just sign up for the simple bootcamp sign up, the client sign up, the regular standard sign up, and then getting into the bootcamp information. This is allowing my coaches to get into the confidence space, right? Beating that mental and belief mindset roadblock, into an organizational where they're overcoming that roadblock because they have a system where they are inviting to coaching without even directly inviting. They're presenting that business opportunity, and they're overcoming that concern of, who should I invite to coaching? Because maybe she doesn't need it, maybe he doesn't need it. It's getting them inviting every single person to the business opportunity, and then taking the next step of what comes after that. If that person signs up for the regular client route, every week you're planting that seed. You need to be a coach. You would be so good at this. You need to be a coach. Let's jump on a one-on-one call. Getting them into the mindset of, it's not just sign up clients. It's let's get everybody to the end destination, the total solution of being a part of a Team Beachbody team as a coach. The fourth thing that I'm doing to help my coaches overcome any belief mindset roadblock or organizational roadblock is to help them become confident in talking about coaching. My emerging leaders are hosting info sessions where they are the speaker. I am working with them one-on-one, where they have to invite 10 to 15 people to come and hear more about their business, their new business, why they decided to become a coach, what their vision is for coaching, and who they are looking for, and what opportunities exist for those on the call to join or partner with my new coach. This is a great opportunity because I'm empowering them to be in the driver's seat, to build a team, to build a vision, and cast that vision from the very beginning. These info sessions will happen like a typical Zoom. We'll jump on a webinar and I will be on with them, and I will answer any questions that they maybe don't understand, but I'm there to give them the confidence wings and there to be almost like a fallback trust person. But they're leading the call, and they're responsible for getting 10 to 15 people on this call to learn more and start sharing and casting that vision, because the more that you share your vision, the more excited, passionate, and confident that coach is gonna be. So implementing this, where I'm taking that one emerging leader, my next 2-star coach, my next 1-star coach, and I'm doing these webinars every other week with them, and it's all about them and building their business and getting their team moving forward. And this gives them a structure. They have a plan in place, and they understand from the beginning that they need to be talking about the coach opportunity and inviting to the coach opportunity and looking for people to build their team around. The 5th thing that I'm doing with my new emerging leaders is recognizing team growth and team development. It's really important for my emerging leaders to understand that it takes a team. So I want to recognize what I want them to do more of. Every single Friday, I am shouting out the top coach recruiters. In my push pods, whether it's emeralds or diamonds or star diamonds, I'm recognizing those who signed up a coach that day. I am living in my coach online office. I am checking the updates on the regular, who signed somebody up, refresh who signed somebody up, and I'm shouting out that and recognizing that component of the business because I want to see them doing more of that and building more of a team. So that is really building confidence around building a team and helping them believe in themselves because they're hearing other people on their same playing field. Another coach, another bestie in the business who is also seeing success, building their confidence that they can do it too. And the final thing that I'm doing, number 6, is that I'm focusing on me. At the end of the day, my team will do what I do. They will follow my example. So if I have a mindset, belief, or vision roadblock, or I have an organizational roadblock, one of those areas, and I'm falling short in any of those areas, my team will follow my example. They will never do the opposite of what I'm doing. They will follow my lead. So it's important to always start at home base. What am I believing? What am I casting as the vision? How am I showing up in organization? How am I finishing a book for personal development? How am I leading by example that shows them this is how you build a team and this is what it looks like to follow my example and step into Star Diamond leadership with me? Really asking myself that question and being a business coach to myself has helped me let go of excuses that I've had that is holding my team back because I am unwilling to get uncomfortable. And so that discomfort has forced me to grow, not only in my own mindset and limiting beliefs that I'm dealing with, to get over those roadblocks and do the hard work so that I can lead other people to do the same thing. At the end of the day, I will never be able to lead someone somewhere where I haven't gone myself. Now, if you know me, you know that my husband played professional basketball for 7 years, and I would be remiss if I didn't include at least one basketball analogy. I was recently watching the Michael Jordan documentary called The Last Dance, which if you haven't seen it, you definitely should. And it was talking about he went from an offense that was all about him into an offense that was centered around the team. And so I was having a conversation with my husband, how did he do this? What changes? What made him great? And specifically, what did Phil Jackson do that made him a great coach? Because he's the one that brought the new offense that transitioned and transformed what Michael Jordan was able to accomplish with a team. And so my husband said that what made Michael Jordan incredible was that he was able to learn how to trust his teammates, that if the ball was in their hands at the final countdown for the championship game, he could trust that they could make that shot as much as he could make that shot. But that wasn't a decision that he made. That was investing time to help his teammates level up to his level. His work ethic was here. His standard of success was here. His mindset was here. His winning approach here. His goals here. He never went down. He was here. And he asked his team to rise up in practice, in conversations, in lifestyles. He was asking his team to do what he was doing. And as a mentor, I have to do what I want my team to do. I need to finish personal development books completely. I need to be inviting. I need to be doing the vital behaviors. Having that level of success and asking people to rise up so that if we get into a position, I can trust that we're in this together as a team. We're building longevity and we're building sustainability as a team. And what Phil Jackson brought to the table is really treating each of his players as individuals and understanding their unique strengths and talents, and maybe potentially what could be their roadblocks, and learning how to utilize those things to create a unity and this beautiful relationship on the court that created an incredible game-changing offense that essentially won them those championships. And so if you are looking in your team and my team, as I was looking at my team, if we are looking to become star diamonds, and I want to see those girls attain their visions and attain the goals that they have for themselves because they're so beautiful and so tangible, that's why I signed up to be a coach, then I have to understand that I cannot lower my expectations when I'm in conversation with them. I cannot water down my work ethic, water down my approach, water down my mindset. I have to stay here in every level of the business, and I have to ask them to step up. And then I have to treat each coach on my team as an individual and help them overcome and find their strengths and then fine tune so that together as a team, we are achieving those incredible milestones and doing things together that other people will look at and be like, how did you do that? Being that championship team and getting to the victory. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. Thank you for joining me and hearing how Team Cup experience has really transformed me. I want to challenge you and leave you with this final thought. What are you going to do? What pivot do you need to make, and what can you personally control? There is a lot you can't control, but what can you take responsibility for? What can you control that you are going to implement today?